Alright, let's get into these questions. I wrote a few down. I'm trying to keep the video short because I don't want to make a long video. I can just make a part 2 or whatever. If it's more questions, just drop the questions below in the comment section. Let's get into it. I have transitioned from a female to a male. A lot of people was like asking me which way was I going. I was born a female. I transitioned into a male. Alright, now let me introduce myself. My name is SirDiamond. People call me Sir. That's the reason why it's Sir Gang. You feel me? Alright, but yeah. I'm 21. I live in the Ohio area. And I've been transitioning for 3 years. Okay, I made 3 years in April this year. So I'll be 4 years April next year. First question is, how did I know I was trans? I knew I was trans because once I actually learned what trans was, what transgender meant and stuff like that, I couldn't really get it out of my head. I tried to move on. Excuse me, that was rude. I tried to move on. I really couldn't get it out of my head. My 11th and 12th grade year was I had a lot of times where I was stressed and depressed, and it was just because I was battling this in my head. Nobody really knew, but yeah, that's how I knew I was trans. Nobody can tell you that you're trans. That's something you have to figure out on your own. Like, nobody's gonna look at you and be like, oh yeah, you look better as a boy, you trans. Like, nobody's gonna be able to tell you that. That's something you have to strictly figure out on your own. Next question is, was I afraid of being judged or coming out? I wasn't afraid of being judged because I knew that, like, it's gonna happen. It's the world. Somebody's gonna like it, somebody's not. That's just how it is, and people's always gonna want to speak their opinion, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't afraid of being judged. I was more so afraid of my people that was close to me saying something. Like, I wasn't afraid to come out on social media or coming out in school. I wasn't afraid of that. It's people that was close to me, I was afraid of what they were going to say, but later on down the line, I learned people come, people go. So I wasn't really afraid. When did I start to see changes? How did I grow my beard, and do I still have a period? I started to see changes. My voice started to change around the first month. My voice started to crack. People, oh my God, so many guys hit me up about the beard thing. Like, bro, how you get a beard? I'm struggling. I struggled too. I struggled too. This took me a good 2 years to get it to look presentable on camera. There's an old video on my channel of me. I think I said I was 7 months or 8 months, something like that, and you can see me like get all close up on the camera, like, yeah, I got a little mustache and it wasn't literally not even nothing. It wasn't nothing there, but I was dragging it. But yeah, I struggled too. I grew my beard with minoxidil. It's stuff that they use to help on your head actually, but some genius decided to put it on their face to see if it worked. It worked. So a lot of guys use it to grow beards. Do I still have a period? My period stopped around the first month. The first month on T, I got my period. The second month, it was like spots, and then like third month's gone. So it stopped like around my second month. So I don't have periods. But I will say, if you don't keep up with your medication, that period will come. And that has happened to me. So we got some story times coming up. Do I bind? Do I use KT tape, top surgery, and do I have any surgeries? I don't have any surgeries right now. I'm all natural besides using minoxidil on my beard, everything. My muscles and stuff like that, like getting on T. I don't have a lot of muscles, but getting on T, you don't just get built. You know what I'm saying? Just like anybody else, you have to work out. But I don't have any surgeries right now. In the beginning, I did wear a binder, and if you don't know what a binder is, it's more like a compression shirt to compress the chest flat so it can give like a more flat, masculine look. You know what I'm saying? I did bind at first, but then I found that binding can cause tissue problems, and when you try to go get surgery, it can be difficult. And for what kind of surgery I was going for, so I didn't want that, so I stopped binding. Started to use KT tape, which is, a lot of people know what KT tape is. It's like that athletic tape, you know, people use on their knees, their elbows, and arms and stuff. We put that on our chest to, you know, pull the chest out like this to make it flat. I was using KT tape for a while, but I didn't like the sticky stuff and like scars it was leaving on my chest, so I stopped using that, and then I started to work out more and more around that time where I stopped, and now I just don't wear nothing. Like, I don't have nothing on at all. And I don't know if y'all can see, y'all might see like a little nipple poking, but you know, I can't help that. But what I do is I put band-aids over my nipples so that I could just put on a shirt or whatever and they won't be like sticking through my shirt or what have you. You know what I mean? So that's what I do now. I don't wear binders or KT tape. Do I put male or female on paperwork, and what bathrooms do I go to? Okay. Now, I explained this before, but you know, this video is to help. I have not gotten my gender marker changed legally, nor have I changed my name legally. I almost forgot what I was going to say. I haven't done those two things yet. These past 2 years, besides this year, has been very, very difficult for me financially, my living situation and stuff like that. So I've been pulling myself together. I'm going to get around to those things, trust me. A lot of trans guys, when they first start, they get all that done, you know what I'm saying? And I commend them on that, but everybody's transition is different. Everybody's life is different, you know? People go through different things. I just so happen to have a difficult time with life, not with my transition, but just with life. So I haven't gotten either of those changed. So on my paperwork, I do still put female. I don't run into any complications or troubles because that's legally what's on paperwork. So if I go for a background check, I check female. I don't have any problems. Only on legal paperwork I put female. If we going out doing like a survey or something, I'm gonna put male. Like I'm not gonna put female. I'm gonna put male. But legal paperwork, yes, female. Now, the bathroom question. I know a few years ago we went through that whole thing where transgenders are allowed to go to the bathroom that they identify as, and that was one of the ways I came out in school too. I just started going to the men's bathroom, and my principal was like, okay. But yeah, I understand that, and we went through that whole thing. But honestly, do you think this face is allowed in a women's restroom? Like, do you think if me and you right now was out in the mall and I just walked into a female's restroom, do you think that would be okay? Like, honestly, you don't think like I'm not gonna get a few purses thrown at me, like some stares, like somebody not gonna run and tell the security guard like there's a man in the restroom? Like, not everybody knows I'm trans. Even if you do know I'm trans, I don't belong in that bathroom. You know what I'm saying? I go to the men's bathroom, okay? I go to the men's restroom. I stand up and pee, or I go on a stall, just depending on how I'm feeling at that particular time, okay? Bottom growth and sensation. So, being on testosterone and you're transitioning, you're going to experience male puberty. So, I experienced male puberty. So, everything that happens to a man, a boy, hitting puberty, happened to me. Although I already went through female puberty, I went through male puberty as well. I went through male puberty, and just like them, they experienced bottom growth. I experienced bottom growth. Now, I can't go too into detail on YouTube, but what I can say is that the clitoris part of a female is what enlarges when you start to take hormone to transition into a male. So it's sad that we can only grow from 2 to 5 inches, and 5 is if your family's genetics, everybody just got big. No, if everybody got big and they packing, you might reach 5, you might reach 4 to 5 inches. Who knows? But you know, everything's genetics as well too. So we typically go from 2 to 3 inches, 5 if you blessed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I experienced bottom growth down there. I have, in the beginning, it was major sensation to the point where I couldn't wear certain boxers because it was rubbing up against it, and then you just get horny and certain, like, you shouldn't be horny right now. Why is it happening? It's because your boxers is rubbing against it. So I experienced growth. I do have sensation, and people would like to know, can I feel when I have intercourse? I can feel when I'm having intercourse as well. People want to know, can you take pills to make it bigger and stuff like that? I've heard that you can. I haven't had any experience with that because I haven't tried it. But I have looked into it a few times where I was having bottom dysphoria. I have looked into it. I have thought about doing it. I haven't tried it yet. I'll let y'all know if I do because I know y'all nosy. I'll let y'all know. It's like, nah, but yeah, I definitely let y'all know if I ever try that. What I like about being trans. What I like about being trans is I get to educate. That's number one. I love educating y'all. I don't mind answering y'all questions. Granted, I do sometimes get annoyed when I have to answer the same question over and over and over and over and over and over. If I get annoyed, I probably just won't answer you at that moment. Like if you text me, DM me, inbox me, and I don't answer you right then and there, and I might answer like hours later or maybe a day later. I probably got annoyed or I probably didn't see it. You know, I'm still human. So I'm not like a robot. I don't just sit there and answer the same questions all day, every day. I'm human. I live my life just like everybody else. But I like educating everybody. I like to tell my story. I enjoyed living as a female and being able to experience that, and I love being a black man and experience. I'm not gonna say I experienced everything a black man experienced, but I enjoy the experiences I have and what I go through. So I like that. What I don't like about being trans is one thing. I had to give up basketball. A lot of my OG supporters know in the beginning, they was with me during this journey, so I'm gonna say we battled hard to try to get me to continue basketball, and it didn't work. Obviously, I'm not playing basketball right now. It didn't work out for me. I had a scholarship to play with women's, to go to college to play with the girls, and then I transitioned a month before graduating, so then I graduated. I still went to college for a few months. I ended up dropping out because I was having a lot of seizures and stuff like that. Like, y'all, we got some story times to go through, man. We got some story times to go through. I've been through a lot, but yeah, I tried to continue to play basketball. I tried to push my story. I tried to get recognized. I tried to get on the news. I got on the radio. I was trying to push my story. I was like sending emails to over 1,000 coaches, 1,000 colleges, trying to get out there, y'all. It just didn't work out for me. So I would think that's the only thing I don't like about being trans, is that society is not up to date with us. They're just not up to date with us, and every time we take 2 steps forward, we get knocked back like 3 steps, and then we have to keep rebuilding. And it sucks because a lot of trans folks have given up their sports and music and stuff like that, and it sucks, you know. But I'm getting through it. And the next question is, why do you look like Jamie Foxx and King Von when you were transitioning? I don't know. I don't even know who King Von is. I think I may have seen a few pictures of him, but during my transition, people said I looked like a lot of people. I got Neo, 50 Cent, Jamie Foxx a lot. My cousin used to call me Jamie Foxx when I wasn't even a stud yet. I was just a girl. Like, they was calling me Jamie Foxx. King Von, that's new. During my transition, yeah, I got a lot of lookalikes. I don't know why. Your face, you go from this soft face and then it just start to look rough, you know. You just get that masculine look. And the first thing that happened was my lips blew up. Like, my lips got big. My forehead, like my hairline started to push back. So like my forehead looked like it grew a little bit. I don't know why. And the last question is my sexuality. People want to know, do I like boys? Do I like girls? Do I like both? Do I like trans women? As a stud, I of course was a lesbian, so I only liked women. Now, transitioning into a male, I am straight. So I would be a straight male, heterosexual. I like women. I like all women. That includes trans women. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that's it for this video. But if you have any more questions or you want me to elaborate on anything else, drop it below in the comment section, or you can hit me up on Instagram. Y'all know that by now. Shout out to TikTok because y'all inspired this video. Y'all got me 1,000 followers on Instagram in less than 48 hours. I love it. Let's keep growing. Let's take off, Sir Gang. Oh yeah, fun fact. On TikTok, someone saw me eating grapes and they told me to try it frozen. So I actually froze them. It slapped, man. It tastes like frozen fruit balls. Fruit balls? Fruit balls. I shouldn't have said that.